This is the Ouxi R7. It is a hardtail e-bike with a rear hub motor and 20 by 4-inch tires. It also has an optional twist throttle. It's time to go test it out. I'm going to start out on throttle only so you can see that acceleration. We are on the RC track and going to do a little time trial. Starting out first lap here, just using the throttle. See how quick that is, and then I will try pedaling to see what kind of lap time I can do then. And feels a little strange, probably should have ridden it a little bit first, but hopefully I will get used to it as I put some time in on it. The track is super nice right now. Makes me want to be driving an RC instead of this bike, but gotta do what you gotta do. So, okay, I'm feeling the stem move a little bit. I did not get that tight enough, and the chain is off, so that was not a good start to my lap of pedaling. Luckily there's a throttle so I can finish out this lap at least. Okay, let's try this again. I let some air out of the tires and tighten the stem. Hopefully that does the trick. I did not even check the stem out of the box, so that's on me, but I can feel it moving again, so I will need to tighten it even more. It also feels like the power takes a little while to kick on when I'm pedaling, so that did not feel like a very fast lap. Well, I had a 19.9 with the throttle and a 20.7 while pedaling, so the throttle was actually quicker for me. Now I am trying it without the assist on at all, just to show you that it can be ridden even if you had a dead battery. So we'll see how close I am in times. Well, I had a 19.7 without using the motor at all. I think that is just because I knew what to expect. I knew there wasn't going to be any help, so it was all on me. But now it's time to see what Hannah can do. And she's off. She is going to start with throttle only also for this first lap. And I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear it in the video very much, but that rear fender does flop around quite a bit and make some noise over all the little bumps. That might not matter on the road, but off-road you will most likely be hearing that. The size looks pretty good for her, better than it probably does for me, but sometimes small bikes are fun, so I don't mind messing around on it. Feels kind of like a BMX size bike, being that it has 20-inch wheels. Now she is starting to pedal. We'll see if she can beat her time. I did expect the motor to kick on a little quicker out of the corners, so I wonder if she is feeling the same. And the brakes, maybe they're not broken in yet, but they felt pretty weak so far for me, so hopefully they improve and get stronger. Let's see what her times are. You had a 25.5 with the throttle and a 26.6 while pedaling, so you were about 1 second faster with the throttle as well. How did it feel?
About my size bike, I would say that. A little weird for me just because my back foot kept hitting something back here, and I'm not sure, I think it was the kickstand. But other than that, it was a good size bike for me.
Did you feel like the throttle took a little while to kick on out of the corners?
Yeah.
I think we were both struggling with that, and I was also struggling with my foot hitting the kickstand bracket as well. Time for the hill test, and Hannah is going to test it out with the throttle only. Some rear hub bikes can make this and some can't. It looks like this is going to be one that does, although it did slow down quite a bit up top. Let's see those brakes in action. Yeah, they stopped you. Well, it made it with Hannah on it, but I weigh quite a bit more, so I will be very surprised if it can with me, and it's already slowing to a stop right there. So not quite enough power to make it on throttle only, but I'll try it pedaling. I'm in the lowest gear, and it should make it no problem now. There we go. Hannah showed you both brakes. I'll try to show you just the front using all my fingers. I can get that nose wheelie. There we go. From the hill to the drop test, and it survives the jump as well. Now to the rocks, which I am a little nervous about since it's a bit slick. This skinny is also going to be slippery, so I'm going to fall right off, but gotta get it. There we go, a little sketchiness, but I made it. Well, it handled some technical riding, but that is not necessarily what it is designed for. So now we are cruising on our lane where it should feel right at home and be a nice fun ride around the farm. Now we are going to head into our woods for some mellow mountain bike trails. There are some tight corners in here, so we'll see how she handles this one. It is one of the tightest, but being a smaller bike, it looks like it got around relatively easy. Now she can cruise down the straight. This bike is cheaper than a lot of the ones that we have tested and than what we are used to, so some of the complaints are pretty justified to keep the price down. Here's a little downhill, test those brakes out. Not sure if they're getting any better, followed by a slight uphill. Looks like she's using the throttle only for more control in the woods here. It's her turn for a skinny. She's on and off, no problem. It handled the woods just fine for her. Let's see if it can handle the sand. Those fat tires should come in handy here, and they do. This sand rut looks like way too much fun. Whoa! Let's try that again. I fell out of it, still fell out of it. Third time's a charm, right? There we go. All right, let's see how fast this thing goes on the road. I am just using the throttle so you can see how quickly it gets up to speed. There goes 15, up to 17, 18, and there is 20. Feels like that might be not where it ends up. It keeps going a little bit past that. I am in full assist, and now it feels about topped out at 21.6. Now I will shift up on the rear cassette and start pedaling. This is where I do wish the seat would go up higher. A longer seat post would make this more comfortable, but it feels like it is assisting me to about the same speed at 21.6. And unless I really charge, try to go faster, but almost just looks like it's maxed out there on the speedometer anyway. Now I just want to compare what the speed on the bike says with the GPS on my phone, and it looks like it is very close, within a mile an hour or so. So it is good to know that the bike is not trying to lie to you by saying you are going a whole lot faster than you really are. I was also going slower because I was in assist level 3 out of 5, so it does give you some varying speed limits. And that is going to wrap up this video. So if you want to find out more about this bike or pick one up for yourself, you can check out the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.